I now recognize Ms. Erika Lang for her 5 minutes of opening statement.
Good afternoon, Chairman Burkeen, Ranking Member Tanadar, and esteemed members of the subcommittee. Thank you for the opportunity to discuss the Office of Inspector General's independent oversight of Homeland Security programs and operations. As you've heard from my colleague, our vital work ensures DHS is effective and efficient while safeguarding American security and taxpayer dollars. My testimony today will focus on my office's oversight of DHS's efforts regarding border security and immigration enforcement. First, I want to highlight OIG's body of work related to the resettlement of approximately 97,000 Afghan evacuees into American communities in 2021. We determined that approximately 11,700 Afghan evacuees independently departed U.S. military bases without assistance from resettlement agencies. Our review found DHS struggled to track who independently departed and when these independent departures occurred. DHS also did not attempt to locate all evacuees who independently departed the bases to verify their compliance with parole conditions. We also examined DHS's processes for identifying and resolving potentially derogatory records of Afghan parolees and found this process was fragmented. Ultimately, the department did not have a process for monitoring parole expiration for individual Afghan parolees and had not designated a single component to monitor this parole expiration. Finally, we reviewed DHS's overall management of the evacuation efforts. We found the department met processing timelines for the limited number of asylum applicants from the Afghan population. However, it did not have a structure to support DHS volunteers for the effort, and the lack of direct funding and absence of clear authority affected the coordination of the resettlement process. I also want to discuss two key reports that point to specific weaknesses in the department's ability to maintain effective border security. First, in 2022, CBP apprehended and released an alien without providing information requested by the FBI's Terrorist Screening Center that would have confirmed the individual was a positive match for the terrorist watch list. This occurred because of CBP's ineffective processes for resolving inconclusive matches with the watch list. We determined that ICE also faced multiple challenges planning and conducting the alien's arrest. Second, we examined CBP's and ICE's processes for detaining and removing inadmissible travelers from a particular international airport. Between fiscal years 21 and 23, CBP released at least 383 inadmissible travelers from custody at that airport. 44% of them did not return for their removal flight. We found CBP did not have an effective process to track who failed to return for their flights and did not consistently transfer their cases to ICE for removal proceedings. Our findings that I've just shared point to weaknesses in processes, information sharing, resources, and technologies that affect the department's ability to effectively secure its borders and enforce immigration laws. Lastly, we continue to conduct congressionally mandated unannounced inspections of both CBP holding facilities and ICE detention facilities to ensure the facilities comply with federal detention standards. We have issued 16 reports regarding CBP's short-term holding facilities from fiscal year 22 through 24. Our most significant recommendations addressed meeting national standards for time in custody as well as overcrowding. During the same time, we issued 14 reports related to ICE detention facilities and made multiple recommendations to improve the conditions of those in detention. These unannounced inspections help ensure the department complies with applicable detention standards to maintain the required conditions of detainees in custody and mitigates risks to the health and safety of DHS personnel. As my colleague and I have described, DHS OIG's comprehensive body of work demonstrates our commitment to improving the department's effectiveness in its many mission areas. The independence of inspectors general ensures necessary oversight, accountability, and transparency in the federal government. It allows us to make objective, actionable recommendations. We appreciate Congress's ongoing support of our independent oversight. This concludes my testimony, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you.